Welcome to Simply Saffron. I'm Pooja and today I'm going to share one of the fancy dinner recipes. Now whenever we think about dinner recipes which is fancy, either we think about lobster or scallops or lamb or ragu beef or filet mignon. But today's my choice is the rack of lamb, and it's one of the versatile meats that you can work with. And I'm inspired from Gordon Ramsay's recipe, one of the Gordon Ramsay's recipe, and that is a crusted rack of lamb with a balsamic reduction. And I'm going to accompany it with some seasonal vegetables, which is honey glazed, and some polenta. So let's start with the vegetables first, because it is going to take the most time. Let's start with the vegetables first. So we have taken some multicolored carrots. We cut it into half, and now we have the asparagus. We are going to just take the tips off, so not the tips, the ends off, and that's about it. I have taken a baking tray and I have greased it with olive oil, and then I'm going to just slide the vegetables just like that. We'll put more oil, sprinkle some salt, some black pepper. And this will go in the oven at 450 degree Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes till it gets roasted. So we are starting with the breadcrumbs. Now we are going to make the parsley breadcrumbs. So we'll take just flat leaf parsley, and we're going to make a paste out of it. So we'll just cut a few of it and then make a paste of it. We are going to do the up crust, that is the breadcrumbs, and I have like a mix of both plain breadcrumbs and Panko breadcrumbs, and then I'm going to add some garlic powder to it, just a little bit, and some salt and some pepper, and then we are going to add the parsley paste, just a little bit at a time. So I'll use my hands to rub it in. So I've made this breadcrumbs. You can see it looks very much green. You have to be careful, like you'll add 1 spoon at a time and to see it, just to get the color, the green, but it should not be soggy. It should be like crumbly like this. When you coat the lamb, it should stick to it. Now we have the rack of lamb here. Now we are going to season it pretty good, because this is the chance to season it before it goes into the pan. Now in hot oil, we are going to add the rack of lamb and braise it about 3 minutes on each side, so that we can get a crust. Just like this. When it gets a crust, it seals the juices in, so that it's soft and moist inside. So we'll do the other side too, and then we're going to do the sides too, because it needs to be braised in all the sides. Once it is done, then we are going to add about a stick of butter, like cut into cubes, into the pan, and then we are going to add about 4 cloves of garlic, chopped up, roughly chopped. You don't need to mince it or anything. And then we are going to add a few sprigs of rosemary in it, and then we are going to take the butter and baste it on top of the lamb so that it goes in every corner of the meat. Yeah, we'll do it on both the sides. And once we are done, we are going to bake it in the oven for about 5 to 7 minutes depending upon your oven at 400° Fahrenheit. After 5 minutes, we are going to take out the lamb and going to brush it with Dijon mustard. The one which I am using is the whole grain one. We are going to use it on both the sides. And now we are going to dip it in the breadcrumbs. So we'll take the rack and put it in a greased baking tray, and this will go in the oven for at 450° Fahrenheit for 5 minutes. Now we are going to take a log of polenta and cut into rounds and add in hot oil to fry it. You can use potatoes too. And then we are going to fry it till it's golden. We are going to add Parmesan, salt and pepper, and some parsley on top. Now next, with the sauce, in the butter, we are going to add 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. This is the butter which we braise the lamb in. And then we are going to let it melt or cook a little bit. We'll give it a stir so the sugar melts. And once the sugar has mixed up, we are going to add about 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. You can add 2 tablespoons too if you want. And let it cook and reduced, and let it start boiling. So we can see that it's boiling now, so we'll turn it off and strain it and keep it aside. I've taken the lamb out, and now we are going to cut it. There you go, you can see. So we have cut 2 pieces and going to plate it like this, and then going to add the 2 polenta and some asparagus. I've already added honey to it. Just like when you take it out of the oven, just add a little bit of honey when it is warm, and it will mix it up. And carrots and a little bit of the sauce we made. So we'll add just a little drizzle, just like that. Add a few drops here, and we're going to add a few drops of sauce here. Drizzle. And there you go. So here you go, your rack of lamb which is up crusted and with balsamic and brown sugar reduction, and then you have your fried polenta with Parmesan and parsley on top, and your honey glazed veggies which are really shiny, and you hope you'll make it and you'll like it. Don't forget to subscribe and like my YouTube channel, Simply Saffron by Pooja Seal, and please comment on my YouTube channel too, and see you next week. Bye.